Hey everybody, I'm Belinda Sandor. Welcome to the RocketGirl Show. Today we're going to talk about the benefits of turning client work around quickly. Welcome everybody to the RocketGirl Show. I'm Belinda Sandor, also known as RocketGirl. And I'm here today. We're going to talk about the benefits of turning work around quickly. But I want to talk about something else as well. I got an email last night from one of our readers, and she said that she's really struggling with boundaries. And in fact, I'm going to write a newsletter about that today that's probably going to hit your inboxes on Monday. But in the meantime, I see you guys coming in. Tell me where you're coming in from. Say hello. I love that. So what I want to talk about is I want to talk about turning work around quickly because there's a lot of benefits to that. But there's a flip side to it as well. So first, let's talk about the benefits, and then let's talk about that flip side, okay? So as virtual assistants, we are always juggling juggling priorities, all day long. We're trying to figure out what to do first, what to do next, and I want you to think about working at a pace that you can maintain, right? At the same time, though, there are some benefits of turning work around quickly, all right? But you remember, we're doing this in the spirit of being able to continue the pace. It's not like trying to get to the finish line and crashing, right? We want a nice pace to our days. So when we turn work around quickly, what happens is clients stop focusing on our hourly rate. What they do is they start to think, wow, that was fast, and they feel like they're getting great value for their investment because, they purchase your time ahead of time. They give you the work, and it's turned around, and it almost feels like magic, right? The other thing that happens when we turn work around quickly is that the clients look for other ways that you can free them up because they think, okay, that was fabulous. What else do I have? What else can I give them to do? And then the third thing we're going to talk about today is they feel less stress. For many clients, outsourcing their work, giving it to a virtual assistant is very stressful because they want to have control over the product. They want to make sure they get it when they need it. They're relying on you. Holy cow, what if you don't deliver? So there's a lot at stake for clients when they give you work. So let's take a break, and I want to say hello to everybody, and then we're going to talk about the flip side, all right? So hello, Lana. Hello. And Frederica is here, and Dina, yay, and Wendy as well. That's awesome. You guys. Thanks for coming. So tell me, can you see the benefit of turning the work around quickly? It's like, I don't know about you, but when I'm working on a project and I email a client and they email me right back, it's like we're working in the same room, and I love that energy. Like, I really love that. So those are the benefits. However, I know that a lot of you cannot, it's very stressful for you when someone asks you to do something to leave it for the next day or to negotiate when the time, the deadline for it. You want to do it right away, and you're like, boom, boom, boom. But you're training your clients. You're training them that you're going to do everything they say. You're going to jump as high as they want you to the minute that they ask you to do something, and they're going to expect that. So if your clients are not respecting your boundaries, that's on you. Okay, that is totally on you. So let me give you some examples. Let me give you some language you can use when that happens. Okay, so all right, first thing, if a client emails you at 7 o'clock at night and your working hours are during the day, don't answer them. Don't answer them. Now, if this is a client who is really in trouble, they always are respectful, they never take advantage of you, and something really bad has happened, and you can do it, help them, right? Help them. However, if this is a client who's always on fire, they don't respect your deadline, your working hours, don't answer them. So here's the thing. And it's then the question is, well, then they're not going to be my client. Well, I know, but then you're going to have room for another client who's respectful. And I'm not sitting here from a place of I have all this money from my clients pouring in, so now I can start to have these rules. Not at all. The reason that I have all this money pouring in and I have a lifestyle that I enjoy is because I didn't jump through hoops for people who are not respecting me. Okay. So that's the thing. That is definitely the thing. So don't answer them. If a client comes flying in, Monday morning or actually any day and says, and they're the disrespectful type during your work day, and they ask for something, you can say, I'm not able to get to that until 3:30. How does that work for you? And then where's my sticker? I got to grab my sticker, guys. And then what you do is you stop talking. Okay. You stop talking. You don't go into, I'm standing on one foot and I've got this other thing and all the blah, blah, blah. You just tell them when you can do it. The other thing I want you to start doing is asking, when do you need this by? Right. And then just wait for them to tell you. The reason I say that is recently, a couple of months ago, I have a client in Costa Rica and she came in with the request and I made it up that, in my own head that she needed it right away. I had a lot going on and I started stressing myself out because I started thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to get this. I've got to get this. And I thought, stop, just stop, ask her when she needs it by. She didn't need it for a week. And here I am spinning around in a whole circle, right, with a made up deadline. So ask your people when they need it. And if they say as soon as possible, can you say something like, how's Wednesday? How's 2:00 today? When it works into your life, okay? When it works into your life. Because I have one client that when she says ASAP, that means, when she says, I don't need it right away, it's the other opposite example. Whenever you get to it, she means like tomorrow. I have other clients that when they say whenever you get to it, they mean like in a week. So even if they say, oh, when you get to it, just say to them, I really want to make sure, you're satisfied and this gets to you in time. Can we get a little bit more specific? And it might not feel comfortable at first, but you've got to take charge of your time, right? You've got to take charge of what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, because your clients are not going to do that. I have a client who is a dear friend. And when we're in client mode together, he treats me just like everybody else. He can know that I'm having a nervous breakdown at noon and at 1:00 needs something and ask me for it. It's just the nature of it because he's in work mode, right? He's like, okay, I need this thing, or, and Belinda needs to do it. So don't take it personally. Don't internalize it. Just look at it like, oh, wow, look at that. Okay, they need that. How's that going to fit into my work? And sometimes they will not need you as much, which is fine. Because you guys know you've been attending the challenges. We're going to have another challenge coming up and on July 25th. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But you know how to get a steady stream of clients. If you're following me, if you're in VA school, you know what to do. So you don't need to panic if you get a client that's not a good fit. All right. So let's say hello to Dawn Merton. Hello. And Gail Smith. She was in the challenge. Hey, Therese, how's it going? And what does Susie say? I have been implementing stop talking in my life and it's great. Yes. Stop talking is very, very powerful because we just go on and on and on. And that's the part where we twist ourselves around, right? And we get ourselves all upset. Okay. So there are definitely benefits to turning work around quickly. So if someone gives you something on Monday and you can do it on Monday, great. One other tip for this. If someone gives you work on the weekend and you don't normally work on the weekend, but you happen to be doing that because you're taking Monday off or whatever, in email, you can send a response later. So if I do work on Saturday morning and I'm replying to a client to tell them the work is done on a Saturday, I have that email go out at like 11:00 on Monday morning. You can schedule it, okay? And it's free in Google, it's free in Outlook, and it's probably available beyond that. I just don't know. But you can definitely do that. So set the boundaries, set the tone, and and you might have to have a conversation with a client who keeps, flying in at the last minute. I definitely had to have that conversation. I had a client who wanted her newsletter published on Thursday, and she would come in, Wednesday at noon, and my Wednesday was already full. And what I said to her, was, in order for me to give you my best work, I need to have this for 36 hours before we're going to publish it. I didn't go into why. I didn't go into anything. And the reason I did that was I made a mistake. I scheduled her newsletter for 10 o'clock at night instead of 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's because I was rushing and doing it Wednesday night at 8 o'clock while I was trying to do something else, right? So you have to pay attention to what's going on in your business and what's going on in your life and really take a professional, firm stand, but it's all in here. Okay, it's in here. It's like you have to promise yourself when you're going to work and when you're not. And yes, you're the boss of you. You know, you can make different decisions, but making a decision and feeling victimized by a client who's pushing on you are two different things, right? Two different things. So I want you to think about the benefits of turning it around quickly, and I want you to think about the tone that you're setting. All right? This is really good stuff, guys. I'm so glad you're here. It's not easy. It's probably the hardest part about being a VA because we're pleasers. We want to satisfy our clients. We want them to be happy, 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 but don't, like lay down on the tracks and let everybody roll over you. Okay. You would be surprised how much more respect I'm able to get from my clients because I have healthy boundaries around what I will do and what I won't do. Okay. So think about that. Give that some thought. All right, now I want to tell you about something exciting coming up. We are doing another challenge. I love these challenges so much. We have thousands of people who have gone through our Kickstart challenge. And every time we do it, we have a couple more thousand right there in the trenches. And it's so much fun. And the reason it's so much fun is because I teach you guys exactly how to get started with a steady stream of clients. And it's not what you think. It's not what's out there in, on the internet, in all the chatter that's out there. It's not niching. It's not cold calling. It's not looking for, prospects on LinkedIn or social media. It's nothing icky. It's not sales. It's definitely not sales. So go over to vachallenge.info, get yourself signed up so you get all the emails and all the things. Because there's more to this than just the 5 days. We're going to get started on July 25th. And then that's a Monday. On Thursday, I'll be opening doors for enrollment for VA school. All right. You guys have heard of it. I'm sure it's my signature 6-month program. And I want you to check that out. But definitely we have 5 free days of training where I seriously open the doors, tell you everything I know to get started getting a steady stream of clients. And so many people have implemented what they've learned and started their business. And I want that for you too, because that's where we get stuck, right? Getting clients in our business. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming. This has been fabulous. I appreciate all the comments, and have a great day, and bye for now.